Welcome to Granite's Tech Talk. Now, I often get asked, what's hot right now, or what should I be talking to my customers about? Well, to that end, I'm interviewing some of the subject matter experts at Granite to discover what they're seeing in their area of specialty. Today, I'd like to welcome Ryan Hickey. He's the G360 account manager for Granite Telecommunications. Now, Ryan has been in various sales and demo roles with Granite for over 3 years. Ryan, welcome to Granite's Tech Talk.
Hey, Steve, thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here.
And I'm so glad you're on because I've done a few of these Tech Talks, and I don't think there's any product that we offer that has the buzz around it like edgeboot. So we've had so much success with edgeboot recently, and it's one of our fastest selling proprietary products. Now, there's nothing like it on the market today, so let's explore that. First, what is Granite's edgeboot service all about?
Yeah, absolutely. It really is one of the hotter things that we have here at Granite, and really in the telecom industry in general. Really what we want to do with the edgeboot device is revolutionize the way not only are we monitoring our customers' circuits, but the way that we're remediating the issues that pop up. We found that 62% of about a quarter of a million of our access-related service tickets were all resolved just by a simple reboot of the device. So we wanted to make sure that we were allowing our customers to do that remotely, and that's what the edgeboot product allows us to do. But taking it a couple steps further with a SIM card inside of it, so that allows us to be a little bit more effective on the remediation side beyond just the reboot when the reboot does fail to bring the connection back online.
Yeah, and it saves the customer a ton of money because they don't have to roll a truck. I mean, it's all automatic. You preset it at whatever intervals you want. It's just a really exciting product. Let's talk about the birth of edgeboot. How and why did Granite develop edgeboot?
Yeah, absolutely. So really what it came down to was some of the team members here at Granite had a little bit of extra time on their hands and again wanted to sort of take a look at some of the products and services that we offer our customers and see if there's a better way for us to deliver them. That's what allowed them to take a look at those access remediation tickets and say, a lot of these are as simple as just running a reboot on the device. So we went out into the market and really tried to find a product that would do something that we want the edgeboot device to do. And the reality of this situation was there just wasn't something out there that was going to allow us to plug into a customer's network, reach out into that network and see not only health statistics of the network, but just run ping tests to endpoints and see if we can get that connection through to those endpoints. And once they're unable to reach those endpoints, automatically reboot the circuit for the customer to try to get that back online. And then if that reboot fails, again, we do have that SIM card inside of it. So we were able to automatically open up trouble tickets for the customers as well with those carriers to, again, to your point, Steve, save the customer a little bit of money and save them a little bit of time as well with making sure we're getting that information over to the carrier as quickly as we can that, hey, the traditional layer 1 power cycle is not going to resolve this issue. We need to start moving on to layer 2 and 3 as quickly as we can.
Yeah, and the cool thing is a lot of times this happens without the customer even knowing about it. They don't even know their circuit's down, and we, because of edgeboot, jumps into action and either restores the connection or with the SIM card opens a trouble ticket without the customer even knowing. It's pretty incredible. Who's the ideal customer that can take advantage of this technology?
I think from an ideal standpoint, I think the easiest one to say that kind of jumps out at a lot of people is retail, where you have a lot of locations where connectivity is super important because if a retail location's down, you're not able to process credit card transactions. You might not be making money and that operation's costing you money. So that's a huge piece. And also on top of that, because there isn't IT staff at that location, but really it's any number of locations that have maybe limited IT staff where we want to be able to assist with that remediation process along with the monitoring of the circuit. And it's really a great fit for any location. But I think retail is definitely the industry that jumps out the most.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I know there's a lot of MSPs that are out there in the market that are using this to augment their services to their customers as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great tool for those third-party ITs where, it costs us a lot of money to develop the edgeboot device, candidly. And so being able to supplement some of those smaller MSPs with a really revolutionary tool that they can provide to their customers has been invaluable for some of our partners.
Yeah, for sure. Now, talk about the competition. Is this a very unique product? I mean, how do we stand out from the competition, or wait, do we even have any competition with this product?
So there's definitely some other power distribution units out on the market. And a lot of the ones that we took a look at, there were some that got pretty close. You can plug your circuit into it, you can kind of train it to set up those ping tests and reboot circuits. But if the reboot fails, you were sort of leaving the customer dead in the water, in the sense that all it would be able to do is run the power cycle. And if it doesn't bring the connection back online, it can't reach out and say, hey, we're having trouble with this location. I've opened up the ticket with the underlying carrier. We're getting things moving and starting that remediation process beyond the reboot. So in terms of everything that edgeboot can do, there really isn't a one-to-one out there. But there's a couple pieces of equipment that get you about 70% of the way there.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And I know that there are a lot of sales partners who are just automatically quoting and adding edgeboot onto their quotes when they quote for any network integration or DIA, any kind of circuits, whatever. And it'll reboot any device that has an IP address. Is that correct?
Correct. We can we don't have to ping out through the customer's modem. We can ping out through switches, routers, really whatever we need to. And then we of course are able to add on expansion modules as well if there's something outside of a network piece of equipment that we want to automatically reboot, and the customer just wants to be able to log into our portal and manually reboot that piece of equipment remotely. We can help them out with that as well.
Yeah, that's great. Well, sales partners are bombarded with vendors, suppliers saying, sell my stuff, you got to know about this, keep this top of mind. Why should the 15,000 or so sales partners that watch this episode, why should they keep edgeboot on the very top of their mind?
I think it's sort of what we touched on earlier, where it's a really great fit for any network. It's not a massive cost to that end customer, and it helps out with that remediation process incredibly. So it's not a product that has to go along with other Granite services. While when it is attached to something that Granite's provided to the customer, we can do a little bit more for them, but it can still be a tremendous piece of equipment, even as a standalone for any customer.
Yep. And the last word, it's very affordable. It's not an arm and a leg. It's you get the ROI back in about 3 minutes with this product. It's pretty incredible. Well, hey Ryan, I know you're busy, man. I really appreciate you carving out time out of your busy calendar to be on Granite Tech Talk. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Steve.
Thanks for watching, everybody.